Treating an infection can be very expensive. It can be as expensive as paying with your life. And that's why, to break the cycle of an infection, these 7 secrets will help you stand out. Now listen, number 7 is very important. Take note of this. Number 1, get isolated. The minute you find out you are infected, the minute you find out there is an infection in your body, isolate yourself. Stop having sex. All right. Number 2 is get tested. Do not go to a pharmacy. Go to a hospital. Get the necessary tests. Be tested. Wait for the results. Give the right samples. Point number 3, follow the doctor's prescription. Follow the doctor's prescription so you can get drugs that are compatible with your system. You know, after a test, you would find out you have some drugs that are slightly sensitive. You have other drugs that your body is resistant to, and then you have drugs that are highly sensitive. You need highly sensitive drugs to treat an infection. All right. Point number 4, use the drugs religiously. If your doctor tells you 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 at night, or 2 in the morning, 2 in the night, or 1 in the morning, 1 in the night, follow his instruction judiciously and religiously. Now, the reason for this is because if you do not follow the drug as instructed by your doctor or by your physician, you could become antibiotic resistant, and it becomes a problem treating you of that infection when you become resistant to that antibiotics, and that's very life-threatening. Point number 5, ensure you bring your partner to the hospital so they can also get tested and treated. If you find out that your partner is positive, or your partner is exhibiting the symptoms that you have, or you find out that you have tested positive to an infection, you don't need to wait for your partner to have symptoms. Just bring them to the hospital for a test so we can treat them. In order for the cycle to be broken, in order for you to stop that infection from coming back to you, you must bring your partner to the hospital. You see, a lot of people would say, doctor, I got tested and I found out I have staphylococcus. I got treated. I used the medication as instructed by the doctor. But after a while, I discovered that the infection came back. What actually happened is you went back to sleeping with your sex partner without getting them treated. If you don't get your partner treated, that infection is going to come back. You see, if you want to break the cycle of an infection, you need to get your partner treated. This is very vital. A lot of people don't know this. I'm giving it to you for free. Point number 6, practice safe sex. You see, if you have if you just have sex with anybody because this person is beautiful or this guy is handsome and it doesn't really look like he has it, then I'm telling you, you could get infected. You need to assume that everybody is infected, and that keeps you guarded until both of you have mutually done the test and both of you are tested negative. And after a repeat test in 6 months you're still negative, then you can trust the person. If you've not done that, please do not engage in unsafe sex. Practice safe sex. Use a good condom. It's not enough to use just any condom. Use a good condom. There are condoms that break. There are condoms that will wear out, that would tear. That's why you need to use a condom compatible with your male reproductive organ. You need to be very, very careful about this. And my high point number 7, which is very, very important, quit the habit of keeping multiple sex partners. You see, when you have that one sex partner, if anything goes wrong, you know who to hold responsible. You know who to be accountable to. You know who to treat. You see, but when you have multiple sex partners and something goes wrong with your health, or something goes wrong with your body, or something goes wrong with you, maybe you tested positive for an infection, you don't even know who had infected you. And don't forget that you tested positive for staphylococcus. It's not something to be excited about because it could be HIV. So testing positive to an infection or to a disease is a sign that you should be very careful, because a terminal one can actually catch up with you. That someone is very curvy and very beautiful is a sign that you should be more careful, because the same way you're attracted to that person is the same way everyone else is attracted to that person. The same way you can see that big ass, that nice boobs, is the same way every other person can see that big ass and that nice boobs, and they're interested in what you're interested in. So you need to be very careful. You need to practice safe sex. You need to quit the habit of keeping multiple sex partners so that you know where the infection is coming from. You take your partner to the hospital, you get them tested and treated, and you have successfully broken the cycle of an infection. I believe with this point of mine, I've helped you today to get out of this trouble. Like I said at the beginning, condom is cheap, but treating a sexually transmitted disease could be life-threatening. If I come your way again same time, stay out of trouble, be good, and bye-bye.